Hello, I'm Philip Brunelle, organist, choirmaster at Plymouth Congregational Church in Minneapolis and the founder and artistic director of Vocal Essence. Each day, I have selected a composer to say a few words about, a composer that's had a role to play with both Vocal Essence and Plymouth Church. Today, it's the English composer Judith Bingham. One of the things that I am Mr. Inquisitive about is finding out more about a composer. Someone tells me a name, I'm right away looking to find out what did that composer write. And with Judith Bingham, I was given her name years ago, and I started finding that this was a woman born in 1952 who had a great deal of fondness for choral music. And she's a singer. For many years, she sang with the BBC singers, and she's always interested, as good composers are, in texts. Judith composed a number of pieces. Her style of music sometimes can be very dense in terms of the chords, but they all make sense. And one of the things that I loved about Judith's music, she loves other composers' music and sometimes tries to find a way to bring that composer's music into her music. So here's an example of that. There was a piece by Samuel Sebastian Wesley called "Thou Wilt Keep Him in Perfect Peace." It's a beautiful little anthem, simple, lovely. And here's how it begins. So Judith thought, how can I write what she calls a fantasy on S.S. Wesley's anthem, which she called "The Darkness Is No Darkness." Those are some of the words that are part of Samuel Sebastian's text. The text comes from the book of Isaiah. And so if you remember what I just played, I'm going to play you a part of her piece of how she develops those themes, those harmonies into her own piece. And then I'm going to jump back and play the end of Wesley, which is exactly like the beginning with a little coda added. So here is Judith Bingham, "The Darkness Is No Darkness." And then comes Wesley. One of the delights of knowing Judith Bingham is that she's also become a good friend of my wife, Carolyn, and has composed several anthems that are dedicated to Carolyn. She's also written a number of organ pieces. They're very dramatic pieces. They're very mystical. She wrote a piece all about sounds of angels. And I thought it would be appropriate to hear a little bit of what Judith has done on the organ. So if you excuse me, I can't play it here. I'm going to go now to the sanctuary and hear a little bit for you, play a little bit for you of Judith's music for organ. Music of Judith Bingham.